we live? Okay.
Yes.
Should we wait a couple more minutes or?
1 minute.
Okay, we'll wait one more minute for more friends joining our live event. Woo. Yep, so here we are in our snow lab where we do all the testings for Yarbo Snowblower.
Get started?
Sure. Alright, hi guys, welcome to Yarbo's lab event. This is Rachel from Team Yarbo.
This is Ethan.
Alright, so here we are in our snow lab, and as you guys can see, here are two snow makers, and our testing engineers will make like all kinds of snow, like the snow chunks, packed snow, ice cubes, or even wet snow, and all for testing the Yarbo Snowblower all year round. And Ethan, do you know the temperature here right now?
Well, it's pretty cold here.
Yeah, so the temperature is around negative 15 degrees Celsius when we have two snowmakers operating. Alright, so for today's live event, we're gonna have three parts. So firstly, Ethan and I are gonna talk about the snowblowers, hardware components, and then we're gonna delve into the cool features from the software side. And then we're gonna move forward to the demo. Let you guys see how Yarbo Snowblower is gonna conquer all this kind of snow. And after that, we're gonna have a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions regarding the snowblower or the lawnmower or anything regarding our campaign, please leave a comment in our comment zone, and Ethan and I will go through it afterwards. Yes. And also for today's live event, we actually have a special surprise for you guys. So for all the live event participants today, we are offering a $350 coupon exclusively for our live event using the coupon code SNOWLAB. And please be aware that this coupon code will only be valid for 1 day. So if you haven't get your Yarbo yet, this is a great time.
That's right.
Great.
Only for today.
Yep. So yeah, let's get started. So here you guys can see it's our snowblower. And yeah, what's the first thing that you notice would be worth mentioning for snowblower?
To start off, I think it's going to be
The shoe?
snowshoe, yes. So we have changed the snowshoe to metal, to steel, and enables us to apply coatings directly to the snowshoe. And yeah, so better deal with the wet snow situation.
Yep.
You want to add on to that?
Yeah, and just add on to that, so for the 2024 version, the latest version will actually increase the shoe rotation angle to 200 degrees, I believe. And for the deflector pitch angle, also increase it to 60 degrees, meaning that you can actually let your snowblower snowblow to a shorter distance. And yeah, let's talk about the snowblower module. Like many of you guys should already know that Yarbo features a modular design. So not just the snowblower. Here we have the mini Yarbos. Yarbo can actually become a lawnmower. You just need to switch the module of it. And here's the 2024 version, the Yarbo Core. Then here's the smart cover, and of course in the future we're gonna expand more modules. Here's the mini Yarbo. We're gonna show you guys the real lawnmower for our next live event.
Right.
Alright, so getting back to the snowblower, Ethan, I think the first thing, like for the front camera, I think there's a huge enhancement for today, right?
That's right. So another huge enhancement for the 2024 version is that we have a binocular camera in front, and we have changed all the connections to the cameras with Ethernet cables. And that is also the major reason why the 2023 version is not compatible anymore. So there's a few benefits with the Ethernet cables. First, it's high speed and it's low latency, and also it provides a more reliable data transmission, right? So more importantly, we have PoEs with it, and that means we do not need a separate power supply. for the cameras, and simplifies the electronic structures and also the circuit.
Okay, so just add on to that, the binocular front camera and the side cameras, both sides of Yarbo actually serves as the first defense, the first layer of Yarbo's triple safety system, giving Yarbo a 270 degrees of detection coverage. And the second layer is the 6 ultrasonic sensors all around Yarbo's bodies just to fill out all the blind points, giving Yarbo a full all-rounded detection coverage. And even when, say, like all the sensors and the cameras are all malfunctioning, the bumper will actually serve as the last defense. So inside the bumper, there's a super sensitive sensors embedded. With just a slight push, Yarbo will just stop from preventing it from keep spinning or keep going. And actually, for our 2024 version, this bumper, this is saying like do not lift it, right? This is for the 2023 version. But for the latest version, we'll actually enhance the structure, meaning that you can actually lift the snowblower with the bumper right now. Alright, so inside the auger cage, Vincent, do you want to show?
Sure.
Right here? Okay. So clearly Yarbo is a two-stage snowblower, and inside the auger cage, we have 2 pairs of shear pins on each side of the auger. So the shear pins meaning that when Yarbo encounters hard obstacles such as hard branches or stones, the shear pin is gonna break first, preventing Yarbo from keep spinning. And on both sides of the auger cage, do we have the ski shoe? We don't have it right now. All right.
Oh, yeah,
so, but you can add the replaceable ski shoes right here. That will help Yarbo to navigate on the uneven terrains or the icy surfaces. All right. So let's move forward to. Yeah, I think for the shoe part, Ethan have already mentioned the major enhancement of it, and I think Ethan actually created a dedicated video on the snowshoes.
Check out
check out the video in our YouTube channel. Okay, so listen, let's move forward to the main body part, the core part. So
before you get into that, I just want to give a quick explanation on the connection part. So so for the connection part between the Yarbo core and all the modules, not only the snowblower module, right? We are using the CAN cables, which stand for controller area networks. And so this cables provides a robust communication, which the cable itself can withstand all the electric noises and vibrations and also the temperature variations. That pretty much is the situation that Yarbo will face, right? And then also provide a reliable data transmission at a high rate, right? So it can go up to 1 megabits per second, meaning that we can transmit more data at the same time, right? Let's say the vision data from the binocular camera. And then we can finally enable Yarbo to have the obstacle avoidance feature. And yeah, that's about the connection part.
Okay.
Right.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Thanks, Ethan, for the elaboration. Let's move forward to the core. So the first thing you notice should be the antennas, right? So the 2 antennas on Yarbo's core will help Yarbo precisely position itself. And the track right here, actually in the winter time, if you're using Yarbo snowblower, you can insert the metal studs on it, and that will provide Yarbo with a better traction for navigating on the icy surfaces. And actually in the summertime, if you're using the lawnmower, you can actually insert the fueling blocks, and all the metal studs and the fueling blocks come with in the package. And then here's the track board, and we actually intentionally leave out a space between the track and the track board. So meaning that in the winter time when Yarbo is operating, all the snow is going to be pushed out automatically instead of getting stood up or getting stuck between the track and the board. And next part I want to mention is the rear part. All right, so here's the rear part, and here's you guys gonna have the tow hitch attached. And I think for the latest version, we'll actually have a power.
Yes.
For
so,
the rear part, right?
Yeah, for the 2024 Yarbo core, we do have a power supply on the rear part too. So it will draw electricity directly from the battery, and it enables us to have rear part add-ons or modules like granular spreader and
or
also
liquid spreader.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright, and if you take out the rear cover, here's the QR code. So when you guys get to Yarbo this fall, just use Yarbo's app and scan this QR code and you're all good to go. And yep, let's thing we want to mention is the battery. So right here is the battery cabin. I'm not gonna open it, but on both sides of the battery cabin, you can actually insert a anti-theft post, so no one's gonna take your battery away. And another cool thing for the latest version is that even when Yarbo is shut down, you will still be able to track the positioning of Yarbo, right?
That's correct. So that's what we call the geofence. And after you shut off Yarbo, it's actually going to be a soft shutdown. And then the battery will still power the GPS department, the component, for 10 days.
Okay. And since Yarbo use wireless charging with the docking station, there's actually no need for you guys to take out the battery. Alright, so that's basically the main components of Yarbo's hardware side. If you guys have any questions for any component, just leave up a comment and we will go through it afterwards, alright? And
Right.
Ethan, you want to share any cool features from the software side for this year?
Definitely, yes. Just a lot of cool features with the Yarbo app. And it's going to be the major tool you use daily. And let me show you. Oh, I have to log in. All right, so I'll just talk about the features we have. So first, let's say that you have multiple zones in your yard, right? You have the front yard, you have the backyard, you have the driveway. So you can map as many zones as you want, and then you can actually change all the parameters, all the settings, customize it for the different zones as you want, right? Let's say that you want Yarbo to reach the auger a little bit for your front yard. You can do that. You can customize it for the front yard only, and then back to the backyard. Maybe you want the auger speed to be running a little bit slower. You can do that in the Yarbo app, and you can set it that way. And let's say you want to double clean your driveway, and also you can customize it in the Yarbo app.
Yep.
And
yeah, and I think even for pathways that connect each zone, you can set the parameters for that as
definitely,
well, right?
you can customize everything.
Yep.
And then the next thing is the snow throwing area. And I think that's pretty cool because you can just set the designated area where you want the snow to pile up. And Yarbo will adjust its snow chute and deflectors automatically to make sure all the snow are throwing to a designated area. And then we have the no-go zones. So let's say there's a car or there's like an island in your
like
the
driveway.
Yes, and then you can either create the no-go zone manually, or you can use our predefined no-go zone.
Right.
Just drag it into the place where your car is parked, and then you can remove it just by dragging it off the map.
Yep.
So that's the no-go zone. Yarbo will just avoid that area without the needing for the obstacle avoidance features, right? And the next thing is the scattering features. We do have a scattering feature. You can set a clock to Yarbo, and Yarbo will start whenever it's the clock is hit.
Yeah, say it's from 2 a.m. to like 8 a.m. So Yarbo's gonna work during that period and
right.
automatically. And when the battery drops down to 20%, Yarbo will navigate back for the recharging. And when Yarbo hits like 80% of the battery, it will just go out and start working again.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, do you want to talk about data center? Do we have it?
No. Before that, I want to share also the remote control features. Right?
Okay. Sure. No
And so like with the remote control features, you can basically start Yarbo and monitor Yarbo status anytime, anywhere. So as long as your Yarbo is connected to the internet, you can be. Let's say that you're in the US right now and your Yarbo is in China. You can use the remote control features. You can just turn on your app and then start an autonomous plan with it.
Yeah, and you can see through Yarbo's cameras, right, with the teleoperations.
That's right. Like I mentioned before, with all the cables we have enhanced, and the data transmission rate is up to 1 megabytes per second. You can have all the vision data from Yarbo, and which enables us to have the teleoperation features. You can look through the Yarbo side directly from your phone.
Yep, correct. And I think for this year's remote controller, we've also added a phone holder right in front of the remote controller, just so you can have an exploration mode with Yarbo.
Yes, so you can grab Yarbo and see what Yarbo sees.
Yep.
All right. Just like Rachel mentioned, we have the data centers. Some of you might already heard. Could I get the data centers? It's right
So
here.
yeah, data center actually serves as the same function as last year's the RTK base, that yellow box.
That's right. Here we have the new data center. It's a replacement for the RTK base, and when we change it's the Wi-Fi Halo. And with Wi-Fi Halo, it gave us a wider coverage range, and it gives us a higher speed, data transmission speed. The speed can be pumps up to 10 megabytes per second, and the coverage is 32 acres. And yeah, so that's a major enhancement. It allows us to easily install it. It is totally waterproof. It can install on your rooftop, and you don't have to worry about it getting damaged.
And for our existing customers, do they need to change their current RTK base plate, or they can just replace it with this one?
Okay, so the installation will be the same, right? You can use the same pole and same installed base. You just have to change the wires. You do not need the RTK wires, cable, or the LoRa cable. You can just stick them all, and then you can switch it to an Ethernet cable, and it's also PoE, right? So that's the only cable you'll need. Just one Ethernet cable. Connect it to the data center, and another end to your adapter. You can also we will also provide a
Lightning.
yes, lightning port, that's true, but also a PoE adapter.
Okay.
So that doesn't matter if your routers can provide electricity or not. We have the adapter for you, right? Thank you.
All right. Any more features you want to share?
I think I would just leave it to
the questions.
customers.
All
I
right.
mean, they can explore it, the app, the Snowblower itself. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just if you guys have any questions, just leave in the comment zone, and we're gonna go through them afterwards. Next part, the most exciting part of today is seeing Yarvo conquer this snow. So Charlie,
in action.
can you help us start operating?
Yes, that's
Oh,
enough
and
of
last
talking.
thing I want to mention, here's the ping out tool for the Snowblower, and for the 2024 version, actually we added the holder right here, so you can just have the ping out tool start right here, and you can take it out anytime when you need it.
All right, enough talking. Let's see Yamo in action. And remember to lock in your order right now with the special coupon code SNOWLAB.
Yep.
You get $350 off.
Okay.
Just for today. All right, let's get it going.
So one thing I want to mention before we get to see more of Yarbo's snow clearing capabilities is that here's the small like overlap right here. As Ethan mentioned, in the app you can actually select the double click, so meaning that all this is gonna gone through Yarbo's second round. Okay.
Yes, everything is you're able to customize.
Yep. Mini app super flexible. So basically you can set up any parameters that you want. And if there's anything that you want but Yarbo the app doesn't support for now, just send us an email to our support team and we're gonna try to have that feature for you.
That's right.
Alright,
because we are in the slow lab right now, we are controlling the Yarbo manually.
Yep.
But if you are out in the open, you can set the autonomous plan for Yarbo.
Yep.
You can use RTK.
Yes.
So right now we are locked in this snow lab and there's no GPS signals, and that's the reason we cannot run an autonomous plan.
Oh, yep.
All right, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, shall we do one more?
Let's do one more. Yes.
like to see our snowblower showcase, just leave it in the comment and we can do it for our next live event. And now we're gonna enter our FAQ session. So Pete and I will get inside because it's freezing cold here. Right. So we're gonna take like a 3 to 5 minutes break. So just be right back.
And if you are satisfied with Diablo's performance here, make sure you lock in order today.
Yep.
With the coupon code SNOWLAB.
Yep.
You get a $350 off.
Oh, we're live. Okay, we're back. Right, thank you guys for waiting for us. And yeah, let's get through all the questions that have you guys browsed. So the first one is coming from Alex. I believe Alex mentioned the same question last time. So I'm interested in to know what are the major upgrades for the 2024 version compared to the 2023 version. So I think yeah, you want to go through some major enhancements, and we promise we're gonna share the comparison chart in our community today.
That's
But
right.
yeah.
Alright, so like we mentioned before, the connection method for all the cameras has changed from USB to Ethernet cables, providing higher speed, lower latency, and also more reliable.
Oh, actually, no. That was go ahead. I think that was the question for last demo.
Oh,
Yeah, anyways, but still, we're gonna share the comparison part of the last year's version to this year, so you guys can get a clearer understanding of what are the enhancements that we have been made for both the core and all modules. All right, let's get started from first question coming from Colin. Will the shoes come with August shipments? Yes, the ski shoes gonna be part of the original package. And besides the ski shoes, all the data center, the remote controller, the metal studs, what else? The filling box.
if you have the lawnmower.
If you have the lawnmower, and what else? So I mean, like the docking station and the battery. So everything that you need for setting up Yarbo to do the work autonomously are all going to be included in the original package. So there's actually no need for you guys to purchase any additional accessories. Mm-hmm. All right. So next question coming from Uber. The S1 unit intake looks the same as the 2023. I thought you guys changed the design and raised the height of the intake on the S1. Is that correct? I don't think we didn't.
No, we didn't change it.
Yeah, so the intake height still stays the same compared to last year. Because Yarbo Snowblower is more like a maintenance.
Keep it running all the time
yeah.
instead of intaking a higher height of the snow.
Yep.
So we didn't make the change.
Yes, so when it's snowing, Yarbo just non-stop working. Yarbo wouldn't let the snow build up too high in front of your driveway.
Yeah, from the last year's experience and all the feedbacks we got, I think intake is good enough for clearing snow.
Alright, okay, let's move forward to next one. Our good old friend Brenna. Welcome back. How does the geofence work? Does it use self-service?
Yeah, if Yarbo leaves the perimeter of your coverage of your Wi-Fi halo, then it will switch back to the 4G cellular services. And yes, the soft shutdown also provide battery electricity to the 4G components.
Yeah, and I think for this year, the SIM card actually can be like replaceable. So you can use your service, or if you want to change it to your SIM card, you can surely do that.
Yes.
And I think mostly when Yarbo was operating within the designated area, you actually do not need to self-service, right? Because the Halo would support Yarbo for all the connections and data transmission.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Let's move forward to Scott, our good old friend coming back. Welcome, Scott. So, how important is the line of sight with the new RDC, the data center?
Yeah, I think data center. So. It's always good to have a line of sight, but if there's obstructed, that's fine with the Wi-Fi halo because it can go through. The Wi-Fi halo is good at penetrating walls and obstructed objects, and they can cover up to 34 acres, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's a need for a line of sight because they do not operate. They operate like.
I mean, all frequency signals will be kind of hindered through obstacles, but yeah, it doesn't really matter for Wi-Fi halo, and that's why we have switched it to Wi-Fi halo.
Okay, all right. Next question from Colleen, who's also wondering if the controller comes with our delivery, or I have to order that separately, and if it doesn't come with, well, other controllers work. As just mentioned, the controller actually comes with the package, and actually the controllers, they are paired up with your Yarbo when they're in our factory. So actually, if you want to get another, I don't think you can get other controllers to control Yarbo, but if unfortunately you lose your current controller and you get another from Yarbo, I think you will go through like a repairing process, and we're gonna have an instruction for you if that happens. All right. Next question from Sarab. Can Yarbo be driven manually from anywhere over the internet or only from local Wi-Fi? Anywhere from the internet.
Yes.
Yes, whenever you are. Like as long as your Yarbo is connected to the internet and your phone is connected to the internet and you already bundled Yarbo app with your Yarbo, you can actually control it whenever you are. So, yep. And next question from viewer. Will you guys be making something for the lawn where you can collect the cobwebs? Like a sweeper?
Yes, like a sweeper. It will be done on the roadmap, and we are not planning to do it this year or next year. But if there's like a high demand on it, we might, bump it up on the roadmap. So yes, if you want a sweeper or like a bag attachment, just let us know, and we will collect your feedbacks, and we'll make sure it's being heard in the Yarbo.
Yes, I think during our most recent poll, by one of our users, the number that by Scott, the first thing is the granular spreader, right?
Yeah.
Like the things that the new modules or attachment that our users really want. Yeah, but yes, as Ethan mentioned, if you want anything, any modules, any features, any recommendations, just reach out to us and we listen. Okay. Okay. Next question from Berna. How does the Yarbo work in blizzard conditions? Does it need to see? I think for the snowblower, the vision is actually not that important for it, or is it? Because for last year, actually, we did not enable the obstacle avoidance feature, but Yarbo still can navigate smoothly.
So I think if in the blizzard condition where the vision is where the span is blocked, then it's just gonna lose the obstacle avoidance feature, and that's it. It will still run on RTK, and it will still have precision. So it doesn't really need to see, but if there's like obstacle in front of it, I think it might need the help to
just drag the no-go zone.
Yes.
And I think also for other cameras on Yarbo, there's a heating component on each of the cameras, so that will help the camera, prevent the camera from getting blocked by snow. Okay. All right. Next question from Darla. How does Yarbo miss that little spot between some of the passes?
Well, because we are driving manually, and if Yarbo gonna run autonomously, you can set all the there's something called snow intake, right? So you can actually set it to I forgot it's higher or lower, but you can actually run the same path once, and then Yarbo will have an intake to cover those spots.
The small overlapping.
Yeah, overlapping. Yes, that's right.
Okay. And when Yarbo's operating autonomously, it's much more precise than we operated manually, right?
That's right.
All right. Next question from Colin. Will Yarbo sense wind direction to assist in throwing? Unfortunately, no. Yarbo cannot sense the wind direction. But when you pick the snow throwing area, Yarbo will only snow throw to that specific area. So if there's a huge wind that would significantly interfere with Yarbo's snow throwing directions, I would recommend give Yarbo a help or change the snow throwing area accordingly based on the wind.
That's right.
Yep. And another question from Isaac, our good old friend. How good is your GPS signal there in Snow Lab? There's no GPS signal.
No GPS signal. No cellular service, no GPS signal. We only have the Wi-Fi going.
Yes, and no clear view of the sky. Yarbo cannot see any signal lights within the Snow Lab. It's the same to your garage.
Yeah, it's a metal box.
Yes. All right. Another question from Isaac. Higher intake was for snow drifts at streets, right?
I'm not quite getting it.
Higher
intake was for snow drifts at streets.
Yeah, Isaac, do you want to elaborate a bit on the question? We will get back to that later. And all right, let's move forward to Jeff's question. Can the charging pad be placed next to a building which will partially block the view of the sky and satellites? We do not recommend placing the charging pad next to any obstacles. We recommend a 7 feet clearance all around the docking station, just so when Yarbo navigate back from any direction, Yarbo would not lose the RDK signal.
Yeah, the fundamental technology is pretty straightforward, and you have mentioned yourself that it might partially block the views of the sky, and that will definitely affect the GPS signals when Yarbo is trying to get back or when Yarbo is trying to start an autonomous time. So yes.
Yeah, and I think based on last year's feedback, each yard and each driveway are different and they're unique. So if you want to test it out, if you can place the docking station, let's say, closer to a wall, I recommend just try it within the setup process.
Yeah. So the docking station itself doesn't need GPS. It's the Yarbo core itself needs it. So to test out if the location is suitable, you can just drive Yarbo to that location and let it sit there for maybe a minute and check how the GPS signals goes. And if the signal is stable at that location for the Yarbo core, then that location is good for installing the docking station.
Yes. Correct. All right. Another question from Matthew: does the granular spreader have a vibrator for copy?
So we only have a prototype for the granular spreader, and it will only be released next year, right? So there's still a lot of testings we need to do, a lot of enhancement. So what you mentioned here, a vibrator for clumping, I think I got what he's speaking. But for right now, I don't think we have that. No. So if that feature is really what you want, leave a comment to us and let us know about it. And we will tell the product department and they will evaluate it. And yes, let's keep the enhancement going. Right?
All right. Okay. One more question coming from Brenna. I thought I saw that the Yarbo used radar in addition to camera vision. I think for do we still have the radars?
No. So for the 2024 snowblowers, we do not have the radars anymore because when it's snowing and we don't want Yarbo to detect snow piles as obstacles, so that's why we removed the radars for Yarbo snowblower. But we do have radars. We still have radars for the lawnmowers and also the leaf blowers. Yes. Okay. But not for the snowblowers.
Okay. And another question coming from I'm not sure. Well, the question is, how will the trimmer and edger work?
There will be attachment for the lawnmower version.
I think for either the 2023 version or 2024 lawnmower module will already preserve, leave up two ports on each side of the lawnmower, just so that you guys can attach the trimmer and edger attachments when they're available for you guys. But for detailed features for trimmer and edger, we do not have a finalized version right now because they are expected to launch in next year spring.
Yeah.
So if there's any thoughts or recommendations for trimmer and edger, we've mentioned a lot. Just share it within our community, and we're gonna share it with our product team when developing them.
That's right.
All right. Any more? Do we have any more questions? All right. So I think in the future we're gonna have our next demo for the Yarbo core Wednesday. Okay, next Wednesday. So for the Yarbo core and the Tomo, we're gonna showcase it outside, so not that freezing anymore. And on Sunday night we have another user exchange forum with Kent. And if you guys haven't signed up for it yet, please do, so we can have some fun, make some friends, talk about Yarbo and everything else. And we're gonna have a lot more live events in the future. Just so we want you guys to get to see Yarbo in action and talk with us. And if there's any topic that you guys want us to elaborate on, or anything you would like to see Yarbo showcase, any features, just feel free to share with us, and we will schedule them accordingly. All right. Okay, and we have another question coming in from Dave. Are we able to see in the camera of Yarbo as we drive? Like the televersion?
Yes, televersion. So right now we are setting it to be a subscription services, right? So yes, we can do that. We can share the camera, the visions data through the Wi-Fi Halo to your phone, and yes, you can see the cameras of Yarbo.
Yes, and with the Yarbo core with the smart cover on it, I think because it serves as a surveillance purposes, right? So you get to see what Yarbo see, just so like you know what's in your yard or what's on your driveway. If we do not have any more, I think we'll call it an end for today. Oh, what? Yeah, I mean,
all new friends.
Yes, all the new friends are joining us today. So for today's live event, we have an exclusive $350 coupon only for our live event. So if the coupon code is, I believe, Snowblower. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not, but the coupon code is only going to be valid for 1 day. So if you guys are interested in getting a Yarbo, here's a great time to get it.
Yeah. And to avoid any confusions, you can use only one coupon code.
Yes.
Per Yarbo core purchase. That's right. So if you have any other coupon codes, you can now apply it at the same time.
Yeah. Pick the best one. Yeah. The 351. It's no that one. All right.
That's right.
Okay. And alright, 2 more questions rolling in. A few years ago, there was concern about Roomba mapping inside of houses. What are the privacy for Yarbo and the cameras? Are all the data all like stored within Yarbo?
Yes.
So I think we can get a more detailed explanation and clarification on the privacy terms for Yarbo. But definitely, we take this very seriously, and this is a very significant part when considering Yarbo's development, especially for the software side. So yeah, we're going to share a more detailed explanation on this within our community. All right. So one more question from Colin. Will the Quest 3 work with remote driving unit? What's the Quest 3?
What's the Quest 3 work with?
The remote driving the unit?
I think Quest 3 is something like a API. So it's like Alexa or something like that. I haven't heard of it before.
Home assistant?
Yeah, home assistant. That's right. So currently we do not have it. We do not support OpenAPI, but it's on our roadmap. We will try to develop it next year. And yes, then it will be working with your home assistants.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned a lot in our live event and everywhere on our social media or our community. We are a startup, so we really want like our users to guide like the future of the product, because the products are for people who use it, right? So we want to share, like we want to have a co-creating sense within our community. So if you guys, as like last year's Snowblower, each time when we have the firmware or software updates, a lot of enhancements and suggestions were coming directly from our users. So if you guys have any thoughts or any ideas that you want Yarbo to accomplish, just share with us, and we will try our best to do it, to make it happen. All right. Okay. All right. I guess we can call it an end for tonight. And yeah, we're gonna have the following user exchange forum on this Sunday and another live event for the core on next Wednesday. And if you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, just share with us. All right, we're putting it up today. All right, thank you guys for joining. Bye, guys.